All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Karkadash, Rakathon. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that were well, and the salute and the Shalom to all the Akim that are out here laboring and pushing His truth in all sincerity and in truth. The title of this lesson is going to be Sodomy will it says the title will be Sodomy will not be tolerated in the kingdom, or something like that, right? Leviticus 20 and 13. All right. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. All right. It says, Ayash, Shakab, Zakar, Mashakab, Asha, Shanyam, Asha, Khan, Thawaiba, Mawaf, Dum, right? Now Shakab means Slakia. Right? Shakab means this. It says to lie down, to lie of sexual relations, to be lain with sexually, right? So any man that's caught having intercourse with another man in the kingdom will be put to death. Okay? Point blank period, man. All right, this is Leviticus 18 and 22. It says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. Now, it says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind, right? So only a man and a woman are supposed to have intercourse, right? A man and a woman are the only two that's supposed to have intercourse. That's it. All right? Not no two men, not no two women, none of that bullshit, man. Right? Only the man and the woman are supposed to come together and procreate. All right? And what's that, man? That's bring offspring in the world, man. All right. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's see. Okay. This is Judges 19 and 16. All right. Says says and behold, hold on. Well, I'll start at 15. It says, and they turned aside thither to go in and to lodge in Geba. And he went in and set him down in the street of the city, for there was no man that took them into his house to lodging. And behold, there came an old man from his work out of the field at even, which was also Mount of Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gibeah, but the men of the place were Benjaminites, right? Were Benjamites, right? And when he says, and when he had lifted up his eyes, he saw a wayfaring man in the street of the city. And the old man said, whither goest thou? And whence camest thou? So like, and whence comest thou? Right? Right? So he asked him what? Where you going and where did you come from? Right? And he said unto him, we are passing from Bethlehem, Judah, to toward the side of Mount Ephraim. From thence am I, and I went to Bethlehem, Judah, but now I am going to the house of Yahweh, for there is no man that receiveth me to house. It says, yet there is both straw and provender for our asses, right? Let's see, what's provender? I've never heard of that word before. Masa pawa'a, masa pawa'a. All right, masa pawa'a. It's fodder, feed. Okay. Says for our asses, and there is bread and wine also for me, and for thy handmaid, and for the young man which is with thy servants. For like it says, there is no want of anything. And the old man said, peace be with thee. Howsoever that all thy wants lie upon me, only lodge not in the street. So he brought him into his house, and gave the provender unto the asses, right? He fed them, and they washed their feet, and did eat and drink. Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, and the sons of Belial in this is talking about who, man? The Benjamites, right? Beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him. And what's that? That they may have sex with him, man. Right, man? Says, and the man, the master of the house, went out unto them, and said, and unto them, nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly, seeing that this man is come into mine house. Do not this folly, right? Now, back then, in the ancient world, right, when you would have a visitor over into your house, right, you was responsible for his life. See? Meaning what? You had to keep him safe. It says, verse 23, and the man, it says, got it. Okay. I pray you, do not so wickedly, seeing that this man is coming to mine house, do not this folly. Hold on, Slakia. Slakia about that. Too much noise. All right. Says, behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them will I bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so vile a thing. Right? Now, let's go to Genesis. Because Lot he basically said the same thing. Are you serious? Come on, man. What is going on? Let's see. Okay. This is okay. This is Genesis 19:3. It says, well, no. I'll just start at 1. Genesis 19:1, and there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he kind of says, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. But they kind of says, and he said, behold, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them, right? So he, pressed. Let's see what it say. Patazar says to push. So he basically forced them into his house, right? He pushed them, man. Like, no, come in my house, man. No, get up, let's go, right? It says they turned in unto him and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Right? Say, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, and it's like compassed the house round, both old and young, and all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know him. Right? So the men of Sodom and Gomorrah, there was what man? There was burning in lust for those 2 angels, man, which were men. Right? They were sodomites, man. They were moles, man. They were moles, right? It says, and Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters, which have not known men, Slakia, which have not known man. I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye, kind of says, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For the kind says, for therefore they came under the shadow of my roof. Right? Now let's go back to Judges. All right. See, kind of says, Judges 19 and 25. But the men would not hearken unto him. So like you would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her. Right? So they, what, man? They raped her, man. Right? They knew her and abused her all night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day and fell down at the door of the man's house where her Lord was till it was light. And her Lord rose up in the morning and opened the doors of the house and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was falling down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold. And he said unto her, Up and let us go. It's like you're up and let us be going. But none answer, right? So they raped her until she died. The Benjamites, man. They raped her. They raped this woman until she died. That's wicked, man. That is wicked as hell, man. Okay? It says, then the man took her up upon an ass, and the man rose up and gat him unto his place. And when he was come into his house, he took a knife and laid hold on his concubine and divided her together with her bones into 12 pieces and sent her into all the coast of Israel. And it was so that all that saw, it's like it says, and it was so that all that saw it said, there was no such deed done nor seen from the day that the children of Israel came up out of the land of Egypt until this day. Consider of it, take advice, and speak your minds. Right? Now, and after this, the Benjamites, they were cut down, right? And then in the next chapter, that's when that they had to go and seek out women, right, and take those women, right, to bring back the rest of the tribe of Benjamin. Let's get Romans 1 and 26. Romans 1 and 26, it says, for this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Right? And what's against nature? women kissing women and women having sex with women. That's against nature, man. That is sick. That is sickening, man. That is nasty as fuck. That is nasty, man. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust toward one another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves their recompense, that payback for that recompense, that payback of the error which was meet, right? Let's see. It says unseemly, right?
Strong's G 808. Aschemasune. Aschemasune.
Right? And that is a shame, right? So two men having sex it's a shame. It's an abomination, right? Just like two women having sex, that's an abomination, man. That's a shame, right? It says in indecency, right? And indecency, right? And even as they did not fuck it, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them up. Yahweh gave them over, gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do the things which were not to do those things which are not convenient, right? So if you are of a reprobate mind, you hold on. Reprobate mind, right? Reprobate. Hold on. Because to be of a reprobate mind, you are what? Void of judgment. Reprobate.
Strong's G 96. Adakimas. Adakimas.
All right. Adakimas says, let's see, not standing the test, not approved. Unfit for, unproved, reprobate, that which does not prove itself such as it ought. Right? So when you are of a reprobate mind, all right, you don't think that what you're doing is wrong. All right? Because it makes you feel good. You are void of judgment, man. You are void of judgment. You are of a reprobate mind, man. You are out your mind to do some shit like that, man. For two men to be having sex and two women to be having sex, man, you gotta be out your goddamn mind, man. You are nasty, man. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of Yahweh, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, right? So if you are, if two men are having sex, they hate Yahweh, right? If two women are having sex, they hate Yahweh, man. say, without understanding, the covenant breakers, without natural affection, in, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, and not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Right? So if you are doing that, you are worthy of death. That's what the Bible says, man. Don't get mad at me, man. All right? Do not get mad at me, man. If you're doing that, you're worthy of death. Right? Now, if you repent, okay. But if you're doing that, you deserve death, man. You are worthy of it, man. You are worthy of death, man. First Corinthians 6:9, it says, know ye not that the unrighteousness, it's like it says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. You are an abuser of yourself with mankind. You are what, man? A sodomite. Right? One who lies with a male as with a female. Sodomite, homosexual. Right? So you are a homosexual. You are a mo. You are a mo. You will not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Sodomy will not be tolerated in the kingdom, man. Period. It will not be tolerated, man. It will be dealt with. It will be dealt with, man. It will be dealt with. Right, even though this lesson, even though YouTube gon' probably take this down, it's all good. I'll just put it back up. It say this is 1 Timothy 5:20. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. Right. So if that act happens, right, which all of Israel will be perfect, right, but the heathen, they will be in sin still, right? So they, all right, so if the heathen, if they do this, if they do that act, they will be dealt with, man. They will be dealt with. They will be put to Mawath. They will be put to Mawath, man. All right. So with that, I say Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Kapradash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that were well, and the salute and the Shalom to all the Hakim that are out here laboring and pushing this truth in all sincerity and the truth. And with that, I say Shalom.